all a game. It's all a gimmick out there. Like the no jumper. The no jumper is the most meaningless podcast. It is the most meaningless. No jumper has no purpose whatsoever, bro. It don't add anything to the culture. That's like the WWE of podcasting. That's like the Jerry Springer show, bro, on wax. You tell me, what have you ever learned from watching anything no jumper?
Well, I'm gonna be real, right?
Tell me. I'm
good at seeing both sides, and I'm a fan of content.
So let me
throw that out there, right?
It's content,
and I've been doing this for 7 years.
What substance have you seen come out no jumper? So listen, black people get criticized.
Okay.
Listen, the one thing about black people, we love to criticize other black people
for sure
for not adding or inspiring. You tell me one thing that Adam 22 and that whole band of idiots up there from the Bricc Baby, capped out ass nigga. Let me tell you something, bro. Bricc Baby, Big Crip, right?
Yeah.
You heard Whack 100 say, nigga, Bricc Baby, you a your mama hoe. You and your mama.
Yeah.
But you occupy the same space with this nigga up there. You Big Crip though. How in the you let this nigga talk about your mama, and when you seen, you ain't trying to see him? Or you ain't making it your business. I don't give a fuck if you got the police around you or not, nigga. Them niggas a bunch of characters out there. That whole no jumper shit fake. That shit no purpose. When niggas talk about culture vultures, Adam 22 is worse than Leo Cohen. Adam 20, absolutely, because he has the culture in the palm of his hands.
Okay.
Right? But this is a social media space. This is a YouTube space. The content that they produce, none of that has any probative, meaningful, educational value. That's like a soap opera, bro.
Well, I'll say this. I beg to differ for this reason, right? As a West Coast person,
right?
No Jumper has platformed the West Coast experience. So prior to 2 years ago or 3 years ago, people didn't know what Keyway was. They didn't know the difference between Bloods and Crips, and they didn't know that certain Crips beef with certain Crips. And not to say that that's the defining thing of all of California or all black men from California, but from the outside looking in, it's entertaining, right?
I learned more from
you learn more about the gang shit.
I learned more from California from Boys in the Hood.
No.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
I learned more about the California experience from the OG Bobby Johnson movie. I learned more about the California experience from Boys in the Hood. I learned more about the California experience from Poetic Justice. I learned more about the California experience from Training Day than I've ever learned anything from No Jumper, bro. That shit is a bunch of clownery and with up there.
But let me ask you this, right? So the movies that you name are 20, 30 years old. And then also we all develop, you know what I'm saying? So we're more.
I learned more about California from NWA. Okay. I learned more about California from Snoop. I learned more meaningful things from listening to Snoop and Ice Cube. I learned more about the gang culture from NWA.
So how old were you then? Around?
I'm a first generation hip hop nigga.
Okay.
So when NWA came out, I was 16, 17 years old.
So their NWA is platforms
like No Jumper. I don't disagree with you on that. But I'm just saying that there's nothing. So they're not really. So you learn more from watching No Jumper about California and the lifestyle of California.
For example,
then
because it's now. Yeah, so like when you do a movie, right?
Listen, No Jumper exposed. I'm sorry, pardon me, bro. I gotta push back on you just a little bit, respectfully.
No, that's what.
No Jumper is exposing the clown side of California living, bro. There ain't no G shit being talked about on there. They exposing all the clownery, the underbelly of everything that is negative, everything that is like. It's the chilling circuit, bro. You ain't learning shit from that shit. That's all the clown shit.
But when people watch it, because it's about entertaining, you know what I'm saying? And they got another thing called edutainment, right? Where you mix education with entertainment.
Yeah.
So
what's educational from No Jumper?
So for a who's selling, who's popping pills and doesn't care what they are, you know what I'm saying? For a person who is just out here and is heavily influenced by the internet and doesn't even have the attention span to listen to a song that has 4 verses.
That's what makes Adam. That's shit. So listen, what you just said. I
Yeah.
agree with you. Sorry for cutting you off again.
Mm.
But that's what makes platforms like No Jumper so dangerous, because they are capitalizing off the fact that they know that the vast majority of people operating in this society, especially young people,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have the intellectual prowess to make a determination about what's right and what's wrong. It makes No Jumper is dangerous because he's playing on black culture. Without black culture, there would be no Adam 22. There would be no Jumper. You talking about a white boy who getting ass, letting his wife get on camera, getting bust down on camera. What in the is educational or meaningful or substantive about that going on there? You got niggas who supposed to be Crips and Bloods arguing with each other. That shit makes the Crips and Bloods look horrible, bro.
Yeah.
All the niggas who died. You looking at Whack 100 and Bricc Baby. You telling me that Whack 100 and Bricc Baby are the best examples or are the best people to communicate what the going on in California?
I never said that.
Bro, No Jumper is the worst thing that has happened to YouTube as it relates to the black experience. It's a cancer, period. And anybody up there playing them little WWE game with them all niggas, they all clowns. You heard Whack say Bricc Baby, your mama a hoe. Mama, right?
Yeah.
Right. What Bricc Baby do about it?
I don't know.
But Bricc Baby, he on social media talking about Young and Ace and Julio and them. Mm-hmm. And he talking about what Jacksonville ain't and what Jacksonville is. Nigga, how many Bricc Baby specifically, how many you get online talked about when you came to Atlanta, niggas in Atlanta know that you big crippin'. Nigga, you was a pussy down here in Atlanta. They ran your ass about this mother and sent your pussy ass back to California where you belong with that other you got going on. You online sticking your chest out, but Whack 100 called your mama up.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, calling my mama a fighting words. Nigga, you going to see me about that, nigga. Ain't no jumper. Ain't no showing, ain't no taping, ain't nothing, nigga.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing going on to come see me about that, nigga. Because it's one thing for you to be talking, and most of that shit is scripted, nonsensical bullshit way. It's another thing for you to be mad at me. It's another thing for you to talk about my mama, my nigga.
Yeah.
In the black community, I don't give a nigga about my dope fiend, nigga. You ain't finna talk about my mama. I'm finna see you, boy. And I ain't finna do no more taping, filming, none of that, nigga. When you come outside, your security, we gonna make it known you. Cause when you come outside that building, nigga, I'm stepping to you, nigga. Yeah. All the drilling and killing and ratting out niggas doing, but he called your mama. You ain't do shit about it. You a bitch, nigga. You a bitch ass off the internet. Talking about what the you gonna do to niggas, and you arguing with niggas from Jacksonville about what? Oh, Jacksonville ain't nothing but this big. Yeah. Jacksonville ain't got no gangster shit, but this nigga call your mama. What your mama gotta say about you letting nigga call your mama?
Oh.